And good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time of day it is for you. Welcome to the Dr. Mario Championship Silver Bracket for June 2023. I'm Luke the Librarian, and before we get into what we've got on the bracket, first off, let me say thank you all for your patience. We've got our restreamer Larva 12 working hard behind the scenes, making sure everything is rocking and rolling. And so just give her a whole lot of love for all the work that she's putting in on this one. We've got a couple of announcements before we get too deep into it. We've got an SNES bracket tomorrow, same time, same channel, but a completely different system. We've got, I believe, 11 players ready to do battle, and it is going to be chaos for the first few matches because we're going to be playing 4 players on the screen at once. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you will join us for that. Also, want to put our Discord link into the chat and let you know that we have a t-shirt contest coming up. Actually, it's happening right now as we prepare for the big one, the DrMC versus finals in Columbus. Columbus is where we're having it at the Torg Expo coming up in November. So all the details are in the channel or in our Discord server. So be sure to check that out. But now we've got some other fun stuff to get ready for, and I'm going to bring in my co-commentator John Det Flindo. Flindo, we got some. We've had one drop, and we've got a whole lot of good stuff coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, Madtown contacted us earlier and said that he wasn't going to be able to participate. We hope everything is well going on with Madtown. But we do have our first match that we're going to be bringing you today. Our number 3 seed, Yume, versus our number 6 seed, Razor. This is their first time ever meeting, Ook, and this is going to be a heck of a match. Yume, this is his first time ever competing in a tournament, and he had a qualifying score of 14-3, which I believe was a requal and was actually a lower score than what he had originally gotten. So it's really exciting to see what's going to happen between these two players.
Yeah, I got a chance to check out one of Yume's previous streams, and he's got good chops. He's gonna give us a really good show here. Razor is no stranger to the tournament. He hasn't played yet this year, but did do some qualifiers back late last year. Managed to get the silver point, counted by default, but that's okay. Did win a silver round one match last year, and is even taking a game off of theeeDave, who we'll be seeing later on, and has managed to win a couple of these. So once we get our readies in from both players, then we'll be ready to start this up. Probably should have told you May that beforehand, so I'll be sure to let him know.
All right, we have it ready from Razor. As a reminder, here in our first round, we are playing levels 4 through 7, and it's going to be really exciting to see these two battle out. We have a ready and 3, 2, 1 pills.
Absolutely. We're looking for a sub 6 time for players. That's generally what we're that's generally considered a good time in this level block, as we do see both players taking on medium. I'm a fan of that choice. It's easier as you're newer to get things going along. But like I said earlier, I've seen both these players play. They both have really good, solid play styles. They know what they're doing. They're just getting some more experience in. So I don't like how little yellow our friend Razor's got at the top of his board and how much he's going to have to deal with at the bottom. I think Yume's going to have the preferred board, although it is a lot of blue right now.
Yeah, I'm really not a fan of either board. Incidentally, noticing that Razor's timer did not start, but Larva putting in our chat that both players started at the same time. So that will give you a little bit of a guideline to see who's got the lead here as Razor just takes out his final blue that's on his board. And what does Mario keep giving him? Blue.
Oh, naturally, he's taking all the blue that Yume needs and just pulling it over to Razor's side. Yume does have just everything is free and clear it's hard to say that based on what you're looking at, but everything is free and clear right now. He's not real happy with his time. I know I saw him pull off some sub minute level fours. That was about a minute 32. So, he's probably feeling behind. I don't know if he's listening to our commentary. Everybody's different on that, but he does have a bit of a lead right now.
Yeah, as Razor just looking for some red now and on
Oh
a double yellow
no.
burst, which we know is going to be followed by that double blue that we just saw. He finally is able to get at least one red piece, followed by a double yellow, then another. Just gonna need one more to get out. But speaking of red, that's really what
Y-
Yume's looking for at the moment too.
Yeah.
He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of his 12 are red viruses, so he's got to be hoping for some red right now.
It looks like it's about 2 minutes 12 that Razor came out. He did hit his timer. I'm guessing that's a holdover from hitting your splits. I have to force myself not to do that when I'm racing. Um, so yeah, he has started a timer, so at least we'll know how long this particular level has gone. Oh, and he is almost out of blue now, and Yume is out of blue. The doctor's just saying, "Hey, blue's going to be a problem for everybody tonight. Just get ready."
Yeah, this is really strange. I don't think I've ever seen both players having this much of a blue struggle in different seeds at the same time. But Yume doing a great job with it, down to just 3 viruses remaining. Takes the undertuck, go ahead and sacrifice the drop time, which is not a bad play. He could have used that red yellow to get a little bracket clear and avoid some of that drop time, but as such, he gets the final 3 res he needs and out at a 320.
Yeah, and if if Razor can get himself a red blitz or a yellow blitz, I mean this could really turn for him very quickly. As I manage a failure to recognize color error. Uh, it's let's see if he's going to set anything up for more horizontals. He's got the red set up and could conceivably build up a yellow horizontal in his column too.
And there it is.
And yeah, wow, getting exactly what he needs. Another yellow blitz as he's out at a 404 time not found. Can't even not say it at this point.
I know, right?
And look
Uh,
again how much blue there is on
yeah,
Yume's side.
Yeah, Yume's got a whole lot of blue, and Razor just has 4 blue of the 26 viruses that he's got on his board. This is the weirdest seed I've ever seen for blue, and I'm glad it's not me playing it. As
Yeah, right.
Yume gets a nice fat log there, a nice tuck in to get a fat log. Really nice play there by Yume.
Yeah, I know that's your favorite play there, partner. So
Mm-hmm.
glad he got that for you. Makes a good smart play to prioritize that yellow because he's got that hanging reds of doom that he drops right there. That would have really wrecked that yellow setup. And he's gonna have to figure out at some point what he's gonna do with that yellow. Clearing it out horizontally would have been the smart play. Um, Not sure. Okay, that's another perfectly acceptable way to do that. But now he's got two color problems down on that blue, so that is going to slow him down and give Razor an opportunity to work on his catch up. But that misdrop not going to help.
Yeah, and just so much red and yellow for Razor, and he's doing the best that he can with it. I'm seeing a lot more blue halves than I'd like to see, as you may out with a 528. Razor's doing what he can. It's just the doctor's
Oh,
just not cooperating with him so far. Oh, I see what
ex-
you just owed at.
yeah, extra tuck for Yume, and that is the game being a jerk. Um, I understand that there is a little bit of a programming glitch that tends to cause that. And man, that went from being a really really nice setup to take out four maybe five viruses at once to something he's gonna have to clean up, and he's gotten it done as Razor is almost out. Um, I think he's setting up a horizontal. Yeah, everything's set up for
Mhm.
this red, and he'll be joining Yume in level 7 out at a 622.
Yeah, and again, look at the blues for Yume. He's got 8. Half of his board is blue and only 2 reds to talk about, and they're both pretty buried. I do like that undertuck that he just did to get the blues in column 1. However, it does bury his red a little bit, but with a nice vertical clear here, he's going to get that horizontal clear with the reds, and he is pretty much in the driver's seat here.
Yeah, I'd say that's a fair assessment. As man, this is a really compact board for Razor. I like what he's setting up here. It's just I was hoping he was going to see that T clear that had presented itself. He does get that yellow horizontal now. That would have saved him a little bit of time. But good smart setups that he's got. Prioritizing that horizontal double blue, or that double blue that's set up vertically in the bottom of his board. He does have another horizontal up higher that he can access, but it does look like it is going to be all Yume on this one, as he is blazing through a really smart end game with his last red out at a 740. So GG's to him, as he'll take game number 1. But
Yeah,
this is a best of 3.
yeah, and if you're just joining us, you see that 5:38 on Razor's timer. As a reminder, he did start his timer 1 level late, and they started at the same time, so that is a confirmed win for Yume.
Yes, indeedy. As Razor going to finish out this seed. Can't say I blame him. Well, it's blue, but it's
Yeah,
other than that, it's a nice solid seed, or a nice solid level. Should be able to pick this one out, no big problems. And he's getting the blue pills, which doesn't always happen. Now everything free and clear.
I love his setups here. He's got the blue vertically in his column 1, and then the blue in row 2. He's got a nice horizontal setup if he sees it. I'm going to assume he does,
Yeah,
because
I
he's
think that was
trying to
purpose.
avoid that. Yeah, he does see it.
Minimizes his drop time. Oh, and gets it out at well, not below above the 740. So GG's to both players, and we're gonna be ready for game number 2 as soon as they are readied up.
Absolutely. I think his time was somewhere close to 9. I don't recall exactly when he got out of level 4, but
Yeah, I'd have to look. I'd say you're right. It's right on that, right around that level, or 9-minute mark. All
well,
right, so
we
we get it ready from Yume. Sure he clears his timer.
and also are ready from Razor. There we go.
Yeah, yeah. But to say, hopefully he doesn't already have the dimwit timer that resets itself.
Yeah.
I think he could just about sell that thing to the community now, and people would pay for it. All right, ready from both players in 3, 2, 1. Pills.
All right, and again, both players out at exactly the same time. We do have timer starts from both our players. As oof, looking at Yume's board, this is a really interesting board here. It's very scattered, and
Oh,
wow, it's weird. It's a weird board.
yeah, and that just bit of a panic when he set that one piece down wrong, and uh, the misdrops are starting to breed themselves again. It is a common trait among them, as Yume gets rid of all of his reds and now just has yellow and blue to deal with. Razor's board completely stacked on this left-hand side, but man, look at this setup. Everything working its way down, and I don't dislike it. Oh, didn't like that drop for him though.
Oof.
That's gonna be that's gonna take him a little bit of time to get cleared up, but all in all, things are working out for him. As Yume manages to get all of his garbage off, gets two very fortuitous blues out of the 118.
All right. And we've seen Razor make these big combos before. And it's one thing that he does have a strength in is seeing when he can drop those combos. The thing about that though is sometimes it does leave him with a lot of extra garbage. And I think we've been seeing that a little bit of that here in this level 4 as he's been struggling to get out. He does have some opportunities for some horizontals. Oh, one really nice one right there that I didn't even see. Great play there by Razor. He does have the opportunity to maybe take out these reds horizontally if he chooses to. If I had to guess, I'm going to say the majority of this board is going to be taken out horizontally at this point.
Yeah, I think you're right. He might he might decide to work on the yellow vertically, but even that's going to take some time. Yeah, this is a set of clears that's gonna if he gets the reds, it's gonna help out. And off that red yellow, very nice for him. Now a double yellow would just be perfect, dog. But we'll take a yellow blue as he makes the safe play out at a 235.
Yeah, but Yume already down to just 6 viruses remaining. 3 of them yellow, 3 of them red. He's making some great plays, just looking to get the red yellows that he wants. I am a tiny bit concerned about that yellow there in his column 2, but this double blue and followed by a double yellow, really nice for him to clear that up quickly and efficiently. And look at this double yellow. Wow. He elects to set it up horizontally. Still a great play. He could have tucked it under, but he gets the job done and out at a 311.
Oh man, look over at what Razor's got to deal with here. That
Oof.
board, and the doc is not being friendly to either one of our players today, and I'm not here for it. Doc, we ordered a silver bracket. Can we get a little friendlier boards for these players, please?
Yeah, looking at Yume's board as well. He's
Oh my
got a lot of
gosh.
stuff that he's having to work with too. Both boards are pretty red and yellow heavy. Razor's only got 3 blues
Oh, look at this
remaining on his
combo.
board.
Mm.
Yume's got 4 blues, now 3 blues. And it's an interesting thing because both players are dealing with a board that's just entirely one-sided. Yume does have that one blue in his column 8 that he's working with, but otherwise it's been pretty much columns 1 through 3 for him.
Yeah, and you're right. It's everything is over in 5 through 8 for Razor. He did pull off a really nice combo earlier. It dropped some yellows in, and it everything just kind of was positioned perfectly for him. That's the sort of thing you want to see. And like you said, that's something that is one of his strengths. As we get Yume out at a 438. So again, still holding on to that lead, but anything can happen in this game, and very often does.
Yeah, and Yume now a full level ahead of Razor as he's still working to get through his level 5. Yume now into level 7 with, again, a lot of blue to work with. I don't know what it is with these seeds today, but the RNG is really tending to favor the blue viruses.
On Yume's channel, if you look down like in his about me, there is a prayer to RNG. I think he failed to complete it before he started the match today. As Razor is out of his 5, Yume gets a triple on those yellows there. That was nice.
Absolutely, and just needing some blue and some red, and Yume is gonna be out pretty quick. I wonder
Yeah,
if he's gonna set up for a T here. Not
doesn't
gonna
look
take
like
it.
it. Yeah, that would have taken a double blue, either real or manufactured, and yeah, that takes a lot of getting used to making,
Mm-hmm.
as he is out at a 608. So GG's to Yume, who will be going on to face our number 2 seed nesdonk in the next round. And GG's to Razor as well, who put up a good fight and has done a really good job. We're always glad to see him when he comes into the tournament, and uh, yeah, just glad to have the bodies that we got. This is our biggest tournament in over a year, and we're really happy about it. So, GG's to both players. We're gonna take a step back, and when we come back, we will be ready for our next matchup. So stick around. You're watching the DrMC Silver Bracket for June 2023.
And welcome back to the Dr. Mario Championship June 2023 Silver Bracket Tournament. Thank you so much for everybody for sitting tight as we work through some technical issues. My name is John Flindo. Joining me in the booth is once again Ook the Librarian, and we're bringing you our next match. We are in our semifinals. Our number 1 seed, theeeDave, versus our number 5 seed, SgtSarros. Ook, what can you tell me about these players?
Well, I can tell you that theeeDave is our most recent silver bracket winner. He did win back in June. And these two have seen each other. Sarge has taken games off the likes of Ramsey, Crunchy C, Luke. Ramsey and Luke both are regularly seen in our main bracket now. Sarge took the runner-up spot in Silver 2020 in February 2023, and yeah, these are two really good players. Uh, Looking at their averages, I would have to say Dave's got a bit of an advantage, but Sarge can definitely pull off some sub sevens and really give Dave the run for his money. We are going to be in levels 6 through 9, which is the same level block that we have in round 1 of our main brackets, and I'm pretty sure I know where Sarge is headed.
Uh, yeah, so we're just going to allow our players to finish warming up. It looks like we have a ready from Sarge.
Yes, indeedy. Gotta imagine he's going to be back with a different hat on very
Yeah.
shortly.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what you were talking about. And now that you say that, I'm like, yeah, he's going to put his hat on.
Yep,
And
there
there
he
it is.
is. Oh, is it a different? No, it's the same hat. Okay, I thought he had a tricorn on for a second. I was going to be very surprised. All right. So we get readies from both players as not the most geographically disparate match we've got today, but still a pretty separate one as Sarge is in the north of Canada. Dave is in the north of Carolina. All right, so 3, 2, 1 pills.
All right. And as we
Oh,
get underway, I'm really liking Dave's board here to start off. However, he's got a heck of a lot of red that he's going to have to work through. Um, again with the blues, he's only got five blue viruses on this board.
yeah, absolutely, and it's not a bad board for either player. Dave lacking in yellow, but other than that, I mean, things are okay once he gets the reds that he needs. He should be looking pretty happy with what he's got in front of him.
Yeah, absolutely. And looking over at Sarge's board, he's got a lot of blue that he's trying to fight through. That double blue there that he just got was really nice for him. I like the drop that he made there to drop the yellow garbage down onto the virus in column 4. Really nice play. He's completely out of blue now as he has moved down to just 8 viruses remaining and is in a bit of a lead over theeeDave right now.
Yep, Dave's kind of stuck down at the bottom of his board. You can see all the pill halves and pills that he had to stack up on the right hand side. He was getting a lot of yellow, blue, and just didn't have a lot he could do with it. But now he's got access to almost every virus. In fact, with his double red, we'll get access to every virus that he's got. So Yeah, these two should be out at a very similar time frame as Sarge is waiting for a red. Dave's waiting for a red. Dave's going to get it first at a 143, but based on the timer, Sarge is going to be ahead at a 141. So 2 second difference between these two.
Yeah, very tight game so far. As we're looking over at theeeDave's side, love this red yellow setup that he's got. And I really like the decision that he made to take the horizontal and set up the viruses underneath for some more potential clears. He's just doing a great job here, making some really nice plays. As Sarge looking like he's having a bit of a battle with the blue and the yellow ook.
Yeah, he has access to a red, but has it buried underneath some garbage. A little bit of blue, garbage on top of a blue there. I think he may be signaling that he's going to take care of that red horizontally if given the opportunity, but so far he just hasn't been given the opportunity. And looks like he is going to abandon that, and I think that is the right play.
Yeah, he's making really good plays with what he's got. Unfortunately, what he's got is just not what he needs. And speaking of what he needs, Dave right now just in need of red. And look at that double red that he gets, and then followed by another red out at a 259 of his level 7. He has gained a lead here over Sarge.
Absolutely. That's sub 3. That's gold bracket times. That's and it should be noted Dave is a longtime gold bracket player. Um it's literally been the rise of the quality and quantity of players that um that's got him in silvers this month. It happens to all of us, and he's a good quality player, and that time just shows you exactly what he is capable of. Oh, nice.
Absolutely.
Oh, Sarge. It was so close. I thought he had that setup ready to go for the that red horizontally already, but he is going to get it.
And he's going to get out at a 348 Sarge there on the right side of your screen. theeeDave making some really nice plays here. He's got a lot of red that he's going to have to work through, but once he gets that red worked out, he's going to be out of this level pretty quickly and pretty easy. You see him maybe setting up to take out this blue in his column 7 or 6 rather horizontally. He did have the opportunity for it. He does block it off there with that garbage, but he's going to elect to probably clear that out vertically now.
Yeah, and setting up the reds horizontally was the right play. He did burn a blue yellow that he could have used for that, but I love the minimal drop time that he's taking here, and he's going to be out at a 437. Again, this is really
Oof.
good time. This is a very good time for Dave as Sarge is running out of yellow, but can pretty quickly here knock through a big chunk of this board because he's got a lot of setups already ready to go.
Yeah, and again with the Blues, this has just been the blue tournament
They're going to
for
prevent us from
our
commentating.
players. I know, right? I don't know what it is, but I really would have loved to have seen Sarge tuck that double blue under and get the triple, but doing what he did opened up the yellow in his column 2, so still a great play.
And now he's got it set up for an easy tuck. Takes it. Love that. So he's going to be out of this level 8 pretty quickly as Dave doesn't have access to yellow at all and is really getting way too much of it.
Yep, and again, it's a story of the blue.
Yep. It's a bit of a mess on top of his board, but everything is pretty well set up to start working its way out. I don't think he's going to have too much trouble. Gets a nice double there. And yeah, starts knocking out big hunks of this board.
Yeah, looking at Sarge's side, he's making some really great plays of his own. Um, you just saw a really nice play on the right side of his board. Speaking of the right side of his board, that's pretty much all he's got to work with. His columns 1 through 3 are basically empty. He's just got that one virus rather in his column 2. Um, it could give Dave, who is starting to get the RNG that he needs, a chance to really pull away here and finish this one off, Ook.
Yeah, Dave's definitely in the driver's seat right now, but it's only, a dozen viruses. That's that's one really, really bad setup away from, from changing things. Anytime the two players are in the same level, crazy things can happen, and the doctor is not known for being generous to anyone, much less, well, anyone.
Yeah, Dave just needing a couple more reds and a couple more blues. He's probably going to go for this horizontal. He does. I would love to see a double blue for him, but he can manufacture, and he doesn't even have to manufacture because he's going to tuck the red underneath, get the drop, and be out at a 716. And Sarge does now officially pass that time, but it was a very close match. He's not going to be far out behind Dave.
Yeah, that was a really rockin' nine for him, as he is. Yeah, I like some of the plays he's putting down. He's going to get himself out at a sub 8 here, um, and that's perfectly respectable. Great time, 742. So I believe, looking at his overall, yeah, I mean that's still well below his overall average. Just goes to show how much he's grown in the past 6 months.
Absolutely. And both players getting reset here. Noticing Sarge playing on my favorite setting, medium fever.
Okay, with a
Dave
medium
rocking the
off.
medium off strats.
All right, readies from both players. Yeah, that was a really good level set from these two. Um, just showing us, hey, you wanna roll with the Dr. Mario players. You're welcome, but this is what you got to deal with. I love that. Speaking of you're welcome in, players of all skill levels are very much welcome here at the DrMC. One of the things we were very excited about this month is the fact that we've got enough players where we saw levels 4 through 7 this month. So the silvers are by no means full, and who knows, you could be our next first time silver champion, just like Madtown was a couple months ago.
Absolutely. Getting into the match as we have had our 3-2-1 pills, Dave is just tearing through this level 6. His board is a little bit, excuse me, I've got something in my mouth. His board is a little bit heavy on the left side, though. But he's making a really great job of just getting through this quickly and efficiently. Down to 12 viruses already, while Sarge is down to also 12 viruses.
Yeah, a couple of really good boards played well. Yeah, I think these two are just putting on a show for us, and it helps that the boards make sense. Sometimes the boards don't automatically make sense. You have to really work with what the doctor gives you. In this case, both boards have made quite a bit of sense, and both players are taking full advantage of that. Dave stuck with just some yellows and that one red. If he can get some yellows, he's going to be happy to be out. As Sarge is stuck with just reds, but gets two double reds, and he is going to be out at a 132. Dave out at a 140.
Really nice showing by both players so far. And Sarge with just the slightest of leads. Really nice horizontal yellow there. I love that play. But I feel like a broken record. He's got a lot of blue on his top line.
Yeah, maybe it's just you. Maybe you're the one who's going to get banned from broadcasting. I don't know. I'm teasing.
I know.
Uh, but yeah, it's I've been looking at Dave's board and I'm trying to figure it out. It's stair steppy, and it's also just, there's doubles here, but nothing is set up in ways that make you happy. Although I do like that play that he's got. He's going to set up for this yellow horizontally and get exactly the pill. Oh, decides to
Mm.
go for a different setup. That is totally fine. And figures, hey, I got better ways to do this. Forget the commentary guys. They don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah. Man, if I had a nickel for every time the Dave has done that to me, I'd be a rich man by now.
I had a nickel for every time anybody's done that for me. All right, Dave with some smart plays here. He's going to be out pretty quickly, but it looks like, man, Sarge has a nice setup. Everything is just very close to being ready to knock out. We're going to be close coming out of this one again, partner. 310 for Dave.
Come on, game. There it is.
Three
Virtually tied, 311 out for Sarge. Ah,
outside of,
this
go ahead.
this is just amazing to watch, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, I was just going to say, coming out of both levels, it has been uh, literally the pill luck that has called the difference. In the first level, it was the lack of pill luck that Dave was getting. In this level, or in the second level, it was Sarge who was getting the short end of the spear there. So, yeah, these guys are playing it very close to each other.
Yep, not loving Sarge's board though. He's got a bit of a chasm in his columns 5 and 6, and his top line is entirely red, which is the one pill that he has not been able to get. And if it's me playing, I'm probably yelling at the game saying, "Come on, do something, give me the reds." And I gotta imagine that Sarge is in the same boat right now.
Yeah, this is definitely reset territory if you're playing a not in a tournament. As Sarge has got some interesting setups. I wonder if he's gonna. I mean, I got to assume he's ready to hit that yellow at the bottom horizontally.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like there is. Okay, you wanted to get the blue out of the way first. Looking on Dave's board, um, he's just been doing good straightforward play and is going to be looking at a lot of red pretty soon, but that can be not a problem or it can be a huge problem. It's really up to the doctor.
Yeah, and right now the doctor's saying, nope, you don't need the reds. Okay, he finally gets a red blue that he needs, drops it down, gets the efficient clear. Just going to need two more reds. There's one, and the other will come eventually. There it is, out at a 522. But again, Sarge not too far behind Dave.
Yeah, but looking at what Sarge has to deal with to get out of this level, everything's stacked up on the edges, and that is not what you want to see. There are setups for everything, which is good, but unfortunately, it's just these take the longest because you only have one side to work with. He's out at a 541, and is going to be playing a little bit of catch up here in the last level of this block.
Yep, and I'm really liking Dave's board that he's got so far. Um, There's not as many horizontal opportunities as I would like to see. Excuse me, but he's doing just amazing work at using what the doctor has been giving him. Would love to see a little bit more red pills drop down though for him.
Yeah, Sarge is needing more of just stuff to help out his top line. He's looking like he's going to be waiting for a double blue. Um, Not sure when that's going to show, if that's going to show the pill set. Oh,
Oh,
gets it one pill half too late, or one pill too late. That's unfortunate for him. Um, but yeah, he's doing good plays here. It's just the top line was really gumming up the works, and that has given Dave the time that he needs to just about finish up this level block. He's making some big brain plays here that, oh, very smart, very good stuff. Uh, gonna have everything free and clear once he gets one more red. Free and clear is not the right word for it. There he's waiting for the red yellow. Smart play and one and two. Dave out at a 722. So GG's to him. Unless Sarge has superhuman speed, he will be he'll
yeah.
be out of this month's tournament, but just good play. This was a really well played match. So GG's to both players as Dave will go on to our finals against the winner of our next match, which is going to be nesdonk versus uh, Yume. I'm going to try to get it right. We were working on pronunciation in between. But again, GG's to both players. This was a really good match.
Yeah, and Sarge gonna go ahead and finish this one out, and I don't blame him. And we will stick around and let him finish this out. He's just needing a few more blues, and what do you know? He's getting red rushed.
And a reminder that Sarge's average 6 to 9 is an 855. So both games that he has played. Oh no!
Oh,
Oh, that's a no good. Both games that he has played have improved upon that average, so he's going to keep dropping that. Keep dropping his clear rate down lower, and that is going to be helping him jockey for position in our final tournaments coming up in December. So, GG's again to both players, and yeah, excited for what they can do.
absolutely. Stay tuned. We will be back with that next match. This is the Dr. Mario Championship Silver Bracket.
We're back. Hello and welcome back to the DrMC Silver 2023 bracket. I almost added an extra 20 in there. I'm Luke the Librarian. Joining me once again is John Dat Flindo as we get ready for our second semifinal match between nesdonk and Yume. So, Flindo, what you got?
I'm excited for this one. It's been a while since we've seen Nestonk. It's been close to a year, I think, and so this is his yeah, this is his first time here in silvers. He did appear once in the gold bracket. He does have a 0-1 record for 2023, but 0-0 for silver. So this is the first time seeing him in silver. And we've got Yume, who, as we said earlier, this is his first time ever. And looking at their, well, Yume doesn't have a 6 to 9 average, but if you can follow what he did in the last game, this is going to be really interesting.
Absolutely. And the winner, of course, will be facing off against our other finalist, theeeDave, and that is going to be a great matchup. So once we've got our readies in the chat, looks like we've got one. Once Yuma gets us ready as well, we will be kicking this one right on off.
All right, and it is already from Yuma.
I don't know if we got better or worse on the pronunciation there, partner, but we're
Well,
trying.
yeah. We'll find out later on, I'm
Yeah,
sure, as
right.
we have our 3, 2, 1 pills.
All right. I like what I'm seeing on the right here. Yuma's got a lot of opportunities and a really diverse top line. I mean, that's the dream, right? And nesdonk got a nice. It's a deep buried board. There's just a lot of stuff down towards the bottom, but he's got access to everything. So even though most of it's not top line, it's still good stuff.
Yeah, it's a really great board. It's not an ideal board, but as you were saying, he's got stuff that he can do with it. Both players have a lot of red yellow that they're trying to navigate. I love that horizontal yellow that Yuma just got to open up the horizontal red there at the bottom of his board. Nesdonk making some really nice plays of his own. You see, he's got some horizontal opportunities that he can open up here with the yellow on the bottom. Once he clears that out, he'll have a nice horizontal blue setup.
Yeah, he's really hoping, I think, to get that yellow in column 6 knocked out so that he can set up this double reds, and in fact is doing that right now. That's going to be a bit of a slower setup the way he's done it, but it is going to work as Yuma is about almost out at a 131. Again, these are good times on the silver level, so glad to see that as nesdonk setting up an extra layer down. Didn't want that double blue to interfere with, or didn't want the blues to interfere. Looks like decided to go for it anyway, and is now pretty close to free and clear. Just needs a couple more yellows.
Yeah. And meanwhile, we've got Yuma making some quick work of his level 7 as nesdonk gets out at about a 203. A lot of yellow, though, at the top of his board. And he's really not getting much yellow to work with. He does get a little bit there, and he elects to take the drop time, set up the red in his column 4. It does leave him with a little bit of garbage at the bottom of his board, but nothing that's going to be too detrimental for him at all.
Yeah, there's going to be a horizontal coming, and that's going to clear out any garbage concerns. In fact, that one bit of yellow that's on the right-hand side will be usable as a horizontal if he chooses to do that. On nesdonk's side, he's got an opportunity. Is he going to take it? There it is, one lightning
Hey.
bolt. Don't see those quite as often as we used to. I think other setups have been prioritized. And the lightning bolt is just kind of a very specific use item. But love these setups he's got going on for himself. Um, as you may out at a 317, so keeping a really good pace here. Both players doing a great job.
Yeah, and nesdonk not too far behind. Would really, I'm really surprised he didn't use that double red in his column 1 to set up. I see why now, because he wanted to take the horizontal out at a 319, so about 22 seconds behind. But looking at Yuma's board, he's got a lot of blue and a lot of red that he's got to work through on this top line ook.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of garbage built up on top here and is going to have to figure out how to manage it. I do like this though. That is a nice drop horizontal. That is going to save him a little bit of time later. But again, he's going to have to figure out this garbage, gets
Ooh.
most of it out in one fell swoop.
I really liked that play that Yuma just made. That was really fun to watch. But nesdonk's been making some really nice plays too. The trouble that he's in right now is just, well, one, he had a little bit of a misdrop there on his column 6 with that red blue. But he's just got so much yellow that he's trying to work through, and the doctor is just really not providing for him at the moment. Any yellow he's getting, he has been prioritizing on that column 7, which I don't really agree with, but we'll see how it works out for him.
Yeah, he's got this bit of red that he's trying to knock out, and this is a case where he knows what needs to be done, but um, doesn't quite have the vision yet to see what is right below it. And looks like he may just be deciding to knock out some of this garbage horizontally, or some of these viruses horizontally, and not worry about the garbage. But that is going to slow him down just a little bit, as Yume is pretty close to being out of this 8. Gonna need a couple of reds though.
Yeah, there's one, and there's the other out at a 539, which is really really solid silver time. We've even seen the 539s in gold, and
I'm sitting right
you,
here.
yeah.
I'm teasing. No. Uh, anyway, yeah, that's self-deprecating humor aside. We've got a good setup for nesdonk. He is going to be out with this pill out at a 603. So again, a little bit behind, but this is still within range of a bad pill sequence, a serious misdrop. These sort of things do happen, and you know, this is this is the time where it can.
Absolutely. I know I've done it myself far more than
Oh yeah.
times than I'd like to admit, but this is Dr. Mario. Anything can happen. I'm loving the setup that nesdonk has here. Um any blue would do it. I'm wondering if he's going to wait on a blue yellow to fire it off. It seems like that is what he's going to do, and he does, but he prioritizes it a little differently than I expected. Still a great combo.
Yeah. Just good combo play from both of these players. This is interesting. Yeah, I'd say Yume definitely has the advantage here, but nesdonk just has that really compressed board. Very smart play, getting all of that garbage knocked out at once and taking care of some viruses at the same time. He's going full hog, or whole hog on the horizontals, but it is going to be Yume out at a 7:30, establishing an own PB for that time block or for that level block. So GG's for that one. And we will get ready for game number 2.
Indeed, we will. You know, I don't know how much you can claim PB strats when it's your first ever 6 to 9, but still PB strats.
Yeah, absolutely. So they every time it worked. It was it 70% of the time it works every time. So
Yeah.
that's with PBs. That's about right. But it's just been a month of it, and we're really glad to see that the times keep dropping, the players keep improving, and it's happening all over the place. So GG's again.
Absolutely. I'm just noticing Nestonk's background with all the little banners and the Finland. I'm a fan. I like it.
Yeah.
As we
Oh,
have readies from both players.
it's like a Vienna scarf back there too. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And 3, 2, 1 pills. Both players playing on medium chill as well. Liking
Ooh.
both boards to start with initially. They're interesting though. I like the setup that nesdonk is going for. He's gonna want to probably have ideally a double yellow to set it off. And the thing with double yellows or double pills in general in Dr. Mario is they are the least common that you can get just because of the way the game is programmed. But I tell you, when you get those doubles, sometimes that's all you're gonna get.
Yeah, when in doubt in this game, if you don't like something, just blame a programmer and be done. You got a fairly good chance of being right. As nesdonk almost out of reds, Yume on the other hand is sitting on a diverse board, but it's a diverse board that is very floaty and runs the risk of causing a whole lot of drop time and burying him on the edges of his board. A lot of things that could go very wrongly if the RNG does not support him at all. Oh, and he lays that one down the wrong way. Luckily, it was underneath, so it's not going to end up being a big problem as he gets a great clear there.
Ooh.
Oh, Doc, that's yellow. That's a lot of yellow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nestonk needs yellow and he needs it yesterday. But I like that drop combo that he made there to potentially set up the horizontal blue at the bottom of his board. Looks like he's going to go ahead and take it as Yuma is going to be out. Oh, but he misdrops. Oh, that's big, but he can tuck underneath. Nice vision there out of the 147. Nestonk just needing the final yellow. Of course, not getting it. There it is out at a 156.
It's about a 10-second difference. And again, most of that 10 seconds was just due to bad pill sequences. So that's how close these two players are. We saw it in our last match. We're seeing it again. These are really good players. Don't let that silver fool you. These guys are putting it out there and are capable of really putting some great times down for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Not loving all the red that is at the top of Yuma's board right now. He's got a nice setup. He's trying to clear it out horizontally. He does block it off for the moment, but if he gets any red that he can place there in his column 3, and he's going to go ahead and do it with this blue yellow, sets off a really nice
Gosh.
combo. Wow.
Saw some of that, but not all of it. That was insane. This blue is destined for a horizontal at the bottom of his board. But that has given nesdonk an opportunity to take the lead. And he's got a pretty straightforward board here at the bottom. He's going to have to deal with a touch of garbage with the blue in column one. But if he can set up a horizontal or something, that's going to turn out not to be an issue. Love that setup. It turned
Mm.
into a lightning bolt, an unintentional lightning bolt. It still got the job done, and I think he is going to be perfectly happy to take that.
Yeah, I love the horizontal clear that he just got with his blues, and the reason I love it is because it allowed him taking it horizontally instead of the other one vertically, as he's out at a 345, allowed him to have more pill halves set up for the other pill, so he was really using his pills effectively there.
Yeah, and both players out around the same time. So going into level 8, we are looking at a dead tie as Yume is getting just really good RNG as far as being able to use all of his pill halves. He's had to turn them in some really interesting ways, but almost everything that he's gotten has found a use.
Yeah, both boards are just really nice. The only complaint I have is the amount of red that's on nesdonks and the amount of yellow that's on Yuma's board. But really, they just been doing such a great job to work through with what they've been given and really make some effective plays. Nestonk's already down to 9 viruses remaining, fixing to be 8.
Yeah, unfortunately, 6 of them are reds, so
Mm-hmm.
but to the positive, a lot of those reds are either in doubles or already set up, so it really shouldn't be that much longer. And Yume appears to be getting most everything that he needs, uh, so this could be another close one. Oh, and that double is gonna be perfect for me. Look at him shaking his head, nodding his head. He's out at a 520. They're both out at the same
Oh my
time again.
gosh.
It's down to this one. This is the level.
Could Nestonk
And
bring this to a decider? We're gonna have to see.
a reminder, it is currently 1-0 to Yuma. Okay, there's the pip. Um, so, this is do or die for Nestonk, and he does have, I think, the better board to start off with there, Flendo.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Nestonk's got it's not a great board, but compared to the board that Yuma's got, I'd rather have Nestonk's board. There is a ton of yellow, but just like with the reds on his board, on his end game just before, he's got everything set up to where he can get horizontals, he can get doubles. It's just going to be a matter of getting the yellows to fire it off.
Yeah, this is one of those boards that reminds you of, being chased by a bear. It doesn't have to be a great board. It just has to be better than your opponents. And this is, whew, there's a lot to love here. And he's setting up a
Oh,
cross.
look at the
Of
yellow
course he
blue.
is. Yes, that
Wow.
is. Now he has locked away that horizontal that he was trying to set up in column 8, goes ahead and gets out of the way of it. And looking over on Yume's side, he is not too far behind. He's going to have a horizontal and another horizontal. Oh man, this one is going to come down to it. And I don't know which way this is going to go. Oh, another horizontal from Yume. This is coming down to the wire. He's going to get one more red,
Mm,
and this yellow is going to do it for him unless
7-13.
there it is,
That does it.
7-13.
Wow.
Wow.
What a way to end this game.
I cannot believe what we just saw. That was a heck of a display from two really good players. Um, Man, that's as close of a game as we've seen in a silvers for sure in a while. So stick around. UA is going to be facing off against theeeDave in the finals coming up next. GG's to both players. You are watching the June 23 silver brackets here on the DrMC. And we're back for what promises to be an excellent finals. I am Ook the Librarian. Welcome back to the DrMC Silver Championship here in June 23. we have the number 1 seed, theeeDave, taking on the number 3 seed, Yume, who, you just saw do, just really squeeze through a tight final match against nesdonk just a few minutes ago. I am joined by Larva12, who has been our restreamer for the day. Larva, thank you so much for your restreaming, and how do you feel about this matchup?
Hi, Ook. I'm very excited for this matchup. We've seen Dave over and over and over. We all love Dave. He's our normal restreamer. I'm giving him a day off so that he can just focus on playing. And from what I've seen from Yume, he's gonna eventually be a force to be reckoned with in this community. So, I'm calling it already. I'm watching you. I got my eye on you.
Neither player has suffered a loss yet this year. Of course, for you, you've been sitting here watching all of his, but Dave did, in fact, go 2-0 last month as well. So he is already at 3-0 for the year, and Yume is at 2-0. So, these guys, somebody's going down this time, but wow. So once we get readies from both players, we are going to be getting it started. And there's a ready from Dave. And there's the ready from Yume, who is again joining us all the way from Switzerland, making this a full-on international affair between him and Sarge coming from Canada, and I believe nesdonk is also in Europe somewhere. I don't know exactly where, but great starting boards for Yume for sure. That tee was just exactly what he was looking for there, Larva.
Exactly. He's even though he's new, I think he's done some of his research. Knows the different setups that he can do and things like that. So that's part of the reason I'm very excited to watch him and see how he grows, how he progresses in this community. Now, he does kind of have a split board, and especially once he. There we go. Once he was rid of that red, there's not a lot going on in the middle of his board, so he does need to watch out for that. We don't really always like that. It is 17-14, so it is pretty even right now.
Yeah, Dave's getting some great setups, and a lot of what we're seeing from him is the stuff that kind of shows that he's been in the community for a while. He's seen he's seen a lot of different boards, and honestly, that I think is the best way to grow, is just look at as many boards as you can. And
Oh, I like this drop he's setting up.
yeah, exactly. That's the sort of thing, you can know about them all you want, but being able to do them just on site, yeah, that's something that takes some time and practice, and theeeDave's showing that he's got both. And Yume is going to be out at just a touch over 2 minutes, so good times for both players.
Yeah, they're about 15 seconds apart right now, which, he's Yume's only down by 5 at this point. Oh, he does have that miss drop in columns 1 and 2. That is, especially so high up on his board, that's going to give him a little bit of problems. So we'll see if Dave can really take advantage of this opportunity for himself.
Yeah, that seems to be what Dave is doing. Is he's got about a dozen virus lead now on Yume. This is I gotta wonder also if Yume even practiced this level block. I know I saw him doing some 4 to 7s in a previous stream. I don't know
Woo!
if he. Go ahead.
So Yume just made a really good he made a really good setup, and I could see his thought process through the whole thing. So I was just reacting to his setup going off.
Yeah, I could tell you were happy about something you were seeing. So, oh, and that tuck was a really smart play. I probably would have tried to swim it just out of habit, and that clearly was not the smartest play. What he put together was the best thing possible. But Dave out at a 342 of level 9. And back to what I was saying, I don't know if you may expect it to be this far in the tournament. If not, I have to wonder, did he practice this level block, or is he seeing these not for the first time ever, but for the first time in practice, thinking about it as a level block that he's actually going to have to compete in? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that, whether or not he did look at them, I still think he's doing a very good job. Not sure why he threw that red. Maybe he was looking at eliminating some other drop time. He's going to be out at a 428, joining Dave in level 10.
Sarge letting us know in the chat that he was so prepared for levels 4 through 7, and then a quad from Dave.
Ooh.
And then found out just a couple of minutes beforehand that yep, you've gotten a pass out of that level, or out of that round, so you're going to be playing 6 through 9 instead. Yeah, and I'm definitely a 6 to 9 detractor. I hate that level block so much, so I totally get the pain.
Yeah, it is one of those level blocks that most people tend not to like for various reasons. It does tend to be very RNG heavy. So, I mean, if you're looking to take out somebody like Adelito or Frank, that may be your best bet, is see if you can get the doctor to smile on you during 6 to 9 against them. I haven't figured it out, but somebody someday might.
Yeah, next month when you play Adelito, you'll have the opportunity, I'm sure.
Don't put that evil on me.
As Dave is waiting patiently for a blue, and needed some more reds and yellow to finish this one out. And in some pretty specific orders, he's going to be out of level 10 at a 603, as Yume getting some good stuff, but has no use for yellow right now.
Yeah, he only has one on his board, and it's buried beneath both a set of horizontal reds, which he expertly gets rid of, and then that red-blue garbage.
Yeah.
Ooh, Dave! Dave let off a huge combo. Saw it at the last second.
Yeah, Dave showing off, hey, I'm big brain now. And, I mean, we knew he was big brain, but definitely showing off the big brain. He's shaking his head because he's listening to us and getting the commentary before, not even in stream. He's listening in the Discord chat. So he's going to disagree with me. I'm going to disagree with his disagreeing, and we're just going to go round and round in circles till the end of the match. Really need okay, no, exactly that. That's exactly what you may needed.
Yep.
Wow. That looked like a chess puzzle. That was just, you don't see it until you see it, and then it's super obvious then. 720, he's out of level 10, but he's going to have about 25 viruses to catch up to Dave.
Yeah, I believe Dave placing that as strategic trash to get into a gigantic drop fat T, I think.
It was just big and friendly. That's what it was. It was a BFG. It was a big, friendly, giant combo. Wow. Okay, I thought he was about to do a tee with just the garbage over there, but almost everything free and clear for Dave, as he is going to take out some garbage and just handle this last blue horizontally. Like this setup for him, he's got everything kind of handled. That, yes, was exactly what he needed. He's out at an 825. So GG's to Dave, who will be taking game number one. But Yume definitely has been giving him a run for his money, although the end game on this 11 with everything stacked up on that right side was going to be a bit of a time sink as well.
Yeah. He has had to deal with that. But I think he's been doing a pretty good job with it so far. Still, putting up some of these great combos that are making us ooh and ah over here.
Oh yeah.
Everything like that. So, GG's to both of our players. I think Yume's gonna finish this one out.
Yeah, and it looks like he's going to finish it out with a fat log. Check out the setup.
Ooh.
Oh, not quite there yet. Yeah. This blue should
That'll do it.
do
It'll
it.
be a drop.
Yep.
There we go.
Drop combo. Excellent. Man, oh man. So, GG's to both players on that one. Dave takes game number one, and this could be it. For Yume, this is an elimination match. If he wins it, then Dave is going to have to face him in a Dave Cider. If Dave wins it, he will be our June champion for silver. So, once we get readies from both players, there it is. Let's get it in. It's 3, 2, 1, and pills. All right, nice friendly boards for both players. Nothing too crazy.
Whoa!
Yume swims it. I don't know if he even intended to swim it. But yeah, it does get the blue yellow, exactly what he needed, and now he's got access to another blue. The doc being just kind enough for him. I think Dave's got a T. There it is. Beautiful. Wow.
I'm speechless because, as we all know, I can swim in real life, but I can't swim in Dr. Mario. And I've been playing this game for 30 years.
It's okay. I mean, up until Dave Smith taught us all how to do it, I don't think any of us could swim regularly. But yeah, just it has taken over the game so much. It's almost seen as commonplace now for so many of our players.
Mm-hmm.
And see if Dave gets one in. Does not get it over to the side. I don't think you can swim in that direction on this game. It's hard to remember anymore. I've been practicing too much SNES getting ready for tomorrow. That is a game where your swims just become magic.
Yeah, it's if you think that the NES version of Dr. Mario can be fast paced, SNES version, I swear,
Yeah.
I watch it and I know what's going on, and I still sometimes if I blink, I miss it.
Yeah, that's really the strategy. And one of the things that I've had to do in my practice is Dave out at a 155. You may out at a 156. These two are tying it up. One of the things I've had to do in my practice is learn how to just shut my brain off and quit trying to play like it's the NES version. The doctor, it's a completely different doctor on that version. I hope you'll stick around tomorrow to see that tournament go down. We got some really high profile and high quality players going to be joining us for that one. Yume's got a great combo set up right there.
Mm-hmm.
And Dave planning for some magic of his own. This board's going to be really horizontal friendly to Dave, and oh, there it comes.
Ooh.
Yep. Love those combos. He's going to get a lightning bolt right after it. Didn't declare it, therefore it doesn't count. We can see your mouth move, not move, Dave. Uh, I'm making jokes at the guy. I probably shouldn't do that because I know he's listening. Anyway, yeah, these two keeping it close. Yume knows how to win a close game, and he says, I'm going to keep it close. See what I can't do with this one. Uh, Dave is holding out for a red yellow. He's going to try to get this combo. Uses some good garbage there, and just barely avoids what could have been just the doc saying "I told you so," and that's not what he wants.
Yeah, because we know the doc will laugh in your face
Yep.
if you try to overcomplicate plans or anything like that, unless your name is Adelito, and then the doctor loves you. Please give us your secrets. But
All right, Dave's buried.
I do like what I'm seeing from Yume. I like the setups I'm seeing. He's, it is not quite setups on setups on setups, but there are a lot of them, but I think they're very well placed.
Yeah, and Dave's bleeding a little bit of time here as he's having to take care of some garbage to get rid of these double yellows that he's got in his column 1, and those are clogging up everything else. He does get a double yellow and the red yellow to go with it. He's going to be out first at a 422 as Yume had to take care of some issues of his own.
Doc,
he
please.
was looking.
There we go.
He was looking to clear both of those horizontally. Out at a 432, though, so it's just about a 10-second difference as we go into level 10. This isn't even the last level. These guys are just showing off at this point.
Yeah, I was pleading with the doctor to give Yume some red that he really needed, and Doc was saying no until I pleaded. So, you're welcome, Yume.
Yeah, that's definitely the way that worked. So
somebody else has to ask on your behalf.
Right.
You can't ask yourself unless your name is Sarah Sparkle. That's the person who can ask and get what she wants in this game.
You're not wrong. Dave just narrowly avoided the misdrop there as he flipped and then flipped again when he realized that he was about to flip in the wrong direction. Yume's got some opportunities for this horizontal, gets a double blue that is going to make it happen. Let's see if he delays it, does a good job doing that. So as soon as he gets another yellow-red, there it is. He's going to get this horizontal and have pieces placed on top exactly where he wants them. He has got a 6 virus lead over theeeDave right now, but Dave, despite a stacked up board, is making some really smart plays to now drop the lead down to just 2.
Yeah, Dave has some really good diversity in the colors that he has left. Most of them are very open for him to just do whatever he wants, take them out however he pleases. So it's not too much of a disadvantage for Dave.
Yeah, and it's pretty much a tie ball game again. So go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Woo!
There it is. Dave has now a horizontal setup on one, a vertical setup on the other. He just needs 2 more now. Yellows. He's going to get them both in one place. It's 6:36 is when Yume is out. 6:40 for Dave. So this is going to be one last sprint. Could be for all the marbles. Could be to send us to a decider. This one can go either way, even more so than any of the others that we've said that about. These two can put on a couple of great levels here, but they only need one. And just like last time, the question isn't who's got a good level, it's who's got the better level.
Exactly. Yume needs things that are not yellow at this point. He doesn't really have too much use for it. Not a lot are exposed. There are some down later on his board, but it does seem again like Doc is just saying, "Hey, you don't need yellow? Okay, here's some yellow."
Dave's in a similar boat. Um, and what Dave's lacking right now is a garbage pit. So
Mm-hmm.
that is one advantage Yume's got over him right now is he's got a place to put his garbage. Now that place is quickly filling up with other garbage, but he's getting a couple yellow blitz that he sorely needed, and that is putting him just a couple of viruses ahead, and it ends at just the right time. Had it stuck around for too much longer, it was going to turn into a serious issue. I'm not too sure about that placement of the red yellow. Um, can't tell if it was a misdrop. It might have been,
I think he
but
might
either.
have tried to shift something and it just didn't quite go far enough. But I can see that he is setting up a potential fat log with blues and yellows as long as he can get the red on top of it. If he can get that out, then he can do that.
Unfortunately for Yume, that those extra setups are taking the time that he needed in order to beat Dave. Dave is down to just needing three more reds. There's one, there's two, and there is three. And with an 852, theeeDave repeats as your silver champion. So GG's to both players. Yume put on a show for us. Uh, great, great play for your first time out. I'm already scared of the guy, and I've only seen him play three times. As he is setting up
Mm-hmm.
for this finale here. Going to get three more yellows. There's one.
You could
There's
see
two.
him. You could see his vision. He was looking at his next box because he threw something away that he was going to use because the next pill was a double that would just take out everything that he needed with no drop time. So he's got that vision that we talk about all the time. So
Absolutely.
this is a
So
great first showing from him, and congrats to theeeDave. And
absolutely.
and we
Go
have
ahead.
a subscription from Vince. Thank you, Vince.
Yeah, Vince, of course, a Tetris guy and one of the many Tetris players who have dabbled their toes into Dr. Mario and are bringing other Tetris players in. So, as always, thank you guys so much for being here. A big thank you to all of our players, to our commentators, Larva, John Dat Flindo, or Larva for being behind the board and making everything magical happen. For theeeDave, who has been helping Larva make everything magical happen. For all of us here, thank you so much for hanging out. Hope you will join us tomorrow for our SNES tournament. And until next time, you've been watching the DrMC June 2023 Silver Brackets. Y'all, take your medicine.